So I was in Race Course Primary School. There's a lot of crime, a lot of drug abuse, a lot of issues going on. So when you're walking to school, you meet dead bodies. When we came back the next morning, we found the cops. Knew this guy is dead. Stayed there for almost a week. So by the time it was 5-6 days, that body was swollen, and then the stench was really bad. And then we used to find a lot of unborn or rather young babies thrown away, killed and thrown away. So I was in Race Course Primary School. Race Course was near maternity. So why it was called Race Course? It was basically, from the history I know, it was where horses were being kept by Wazungus. So next to Race Course there was an estate. So they used to keep horses there at the colonial times. That's why it was formed as Race Course Primary School. So it turned into a school. So I studied there from class 1 to 8, all my life, including most of my siblings and most of the guys I was with in the same hood, or rather estate. So one of the things that maybe I can tell you that I experienced when I was in primary school was, one, when we used to go to school, there was a lot going on. Of course, we used to live in Eastlands. There's a lot of crime, a lot of drug abuse, a lot of issues going on. So there are times when when you're walking to school, you meet dead bodies. I remember this one time I met a guy, rather we found a guy. That memory is vividly in my mind. I'll come over gumboots with a long trench coat, because that time it was raining. And we were going to school in the morning and we found him lying there. We knew this guy is dead. So we went to school, did our class that day, came back, he was still there. When we came back the next morning, we found the cops. 2 cops were there. I think they took details and then they left. Compared to how things are done these days, I think when a body is found, they normally take it immediately, but that stayed there for almost a week. So by the time it was 5-6 days, that body was swollen, and then the stench was really bad. So when you imagine, you used to pass there every day because that's our path. So there's a lot going on. You're wondering, okay, how did this guy die? Why is he here? And all those things. Then after that, unapata alichukuliwa. Those are the things we used to experience. And then we used to find a lot of unborn or rather young babies killed and thrown away. And this used to be just a normal thing. Like, people are not really, surprised or worried. They didn't really see as if it's a big thing. So it was normal for you to find babies thrown during that area, because the area that we used to use as a shortcut to the school, it used to be an empty ground. Actually, walikuwa nasema ni there was there, they used to be called Nyayo wards. If you watch the movie Nairobi Half-Life, there's a scene where they've done a scene in that Nairobi ward where those guys are taken and shot dead. So yeah, so that it was an empty ground, but these days they build apartments, everyone is building there, but it was an empty ground, and then people used to be thrown there, like babies, murder used to happen, a lot of murder used to happen there. So it was very traumatizing. So when I imagine you're waking up as a child, going to school, and you meet such things, you're supposed to concentrate in class and then come back home. But all in all, we got used to it. The other thing is also, we didn't have food. We couldn't afford food in school. So what we used to do is, my mom used to pack for us mkate slice mbili na chai kwa chupa ya maji. Hii chupa ya maji, the ones, the sunny bottle, you used to get, unaweka hapo chai, you put their tea. So you sort of carry it for break, and then you also have pack lunch. So whatever you ate the previous night, if ilibaki, if it was left, if there was leftovers, you carry it as food. So the sad bit is, especially during lunchtime, sometimes you used to carry food. When you're about to eat the food at lunchtime, unapata iliharibika. It's not fresh anymore, you can't eat it, and then it smells. But then the other people used to have, good food. The guys used to carry bacons and sausages. The guys used to have lunch programs in school, wanakula pilau and nyama, So it was very discouraging. So regardless of you carrying lunch, sometimes it used to go bad, so you couldn't eat it. And you see other people enjoying the meals and having fun and all that. And it makes you feel sad for a few minutes, but we sort of found ways to exit from that that space, and our exit was football. So we used to play a lot of football. During lunchtime, we play a lot of football. During break time, same thing. At home, same thing. So football was our go-to place when you seek happiness, when you seek joy, when you seek openness in terms of the things that you're going through. Football actually made us forget what we were going through, our background at home. It was so intense that we were playing in the Maisa League as Pumwani Sportif. That was the name of our team. We did very well. Some of us got selected. I remember I also got selected at some point. I got an opportunity to even go to Norway. They used to take guys to Norway, and when you are selected to go to Norway, you used to be a star in your place. Like, everyone used to like you, because it's an opportunity that not everyone has. But because of school and all that, my dad said no, so I couldn't travel. It was very sad for me, but all in all, it was a learning path. So football was everything for us. So we used to play a lot of football. Hapo Deza, kwanza kwa mchanga, that's what it was called, Deza. We used to play the Maisa League, and also local friendlies with towns near.